we have a situation over here in this bathroom, and that is that the grout in some areas, I'm going to try to show you really close, it's actually breaking away. So we have some gaps. I hope you're able to see them, but it's a deterioration of the grout, and I'm going to teach you how to fix that stuff. It's always important to make sure that all those little cracks are closed, because water can go through that stuff and start damaging the surface behind it. So first, clean all the surfaces with a solution that will help you to remove any mold or whatever. Okay, clean the areas that have some mold or that are dirty. You want to make sure that the areas are nice and clean before you start removing the grout, because once it's removed, you will have open gaps that will probably lead to put a lot of water behind the walls, and you don't want that. So first, apply a cleaner. What I did is that I just got a little solution with bleach and water and a little bit of dishwashing soap, and that's pretty much it. So you want to make sure that you take that out first in the areas that you're going to be working. Okay? Utility knife, which is a regular knife that you use to cut sheetrock or plaster boards, from store. Get a new blade and make sure that you have few blades, and that's one of the best ways to get into little crevices. It's a fine, sharp edge, so you can clean it. And what you do is that, without just, making weird cuts or too strong, you just want to start cleaning around the edge, and that will nicely take all the grout out without much of effort. Always make sure that you have the matching grout or something that is close to it, or you can go to Lowe's or Home Depot or any hardware supply or home improvement store and get the colors that you need. Remember that you need to get always a color that that is really close to it. Don't get scared if when you add the water or the liquid that you're going to use to repair, it gets darker, because as it gets dry back again, it turns into the color that you want. So, clean all the edges, all the little areas that you want to clean, and just let it dry a little bit to be able to apply the grout. And I'll show you in a second how to put the grout. To finish cutting the old grout, the cracked grout with a knife, with a utility knife, get a small sponge, some clean water, and remove all the little loose pieces of grout. Once you do that, all around the areas where you have those cracks, get a piece of paper towel. I have one over here already. Just kind of fold it, and just make sure that you dry all the areas where you were cleaning the grout. And the reason is that you're going to mix right now the grout, which is the little thing that goes in the joints, and you're going to mix it with an acrylic base solution. That acrylic base is stronger, will not stain with regular mold or whatever, because you know that in showers, especially like this one was made by me about 4 years ago, and now we just service in some areas that are just presenting little cracks due to the settlement of the property. So you want to make sure that you prevent any future leaks or whatever, and we just cover in these tiny little cracks. Normally you will find some bathrooms that are way worse, and where they don't use nothing to clean it. But that's what you do. You maintain it, try to preserve the stuff that you have, so you don't have future damages. So that's pretty much it. Just clean first, and I'll show you in a moment how to mix the product. Okay. What I did this one, I remember I used a color called biscuit, and this one is a sanded grout. That was the same one that I used, although the gaps are small. That's the one that I used. So get a little bit, you have about a few minutes. Get a little bit of the material and start putting on the joints. In this case, in this corner, I was kind of presenting the little cracks. So just start adding some, and then you clean it. A few more. Then clean it. I mean, purposely, what I did is that I added and I made it nice and wet. And the idea is for it to go really deep in the joints. Remember that we added that acrylic. So it gets a little harder, stronger, and it will not stain because no longer is a water mixture, but a solid chemical compound. So you do that. You keep applying it until you get to the areas that need to be filled back again. Alright? The grout to settle for a few minutes. Don't let it dry too hard because the acrylic will be harder to remove. So with a nice damp sponge, and start removing the excess of the grout, the remaining. Do it gently, and make sure that you rinse or you clean the sponge constantly. I have a bucket full of water. Let's do this. Submerge the sponge inside the bucket. Dry it and just keep on cleaning the areas that you fixed. And once it's clean, you need to give it like maybe once it's dry, you need to clean it with a dry cloth or a dry sponge, and that will knock all the remaining, I would say, like chalk out of the surface, so you can have a nice and shiny area, whatever is shiny. Okay, and that's pretty much how you fix grout. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please comment, click like, and the button that will help me a lot. All right, thank you. Bye bye.